There is a country in the Arab world where ancient cities rise from desert mountains, like something out of a fantasy movie, yet daily life is shaped by conflict, poverty, and uncertainty. A place often described as one of the most dangerous nations on Earth. But behind the headlines lies a culture so unique and mysterious that few outsiders truly understand it. Welcome to Yemen. A land where centuries-old traditions still govern marriage, family clothing, and social life. Where entire skyscraper cities are built from mud bricks standing tall for hundreds of years against harsh deserts and endless wars. And where the haunting beauty of veiled women, crowded spice markets, and mountain villages creates an atmosphere unlike anywhere else in the Middle East. For decades, Yemen has struggled with political instability, economic collapse, and humanitarian crises. Yemen, land of heritage and history. The name Yemen has historical weight. The Romans called it Arabia Felix because of its immense wealth driven by valuable trade goods like myrrh and frankincense. Many Yemenis believe that the legendary biblical Queen of Sheba was the Queen of Saba, an ancient pre-Islamic kingdom. These are not just tales. They are living parts of the people's identity, woven into their beliefs and practices that are still alive today. Yemen is situated at the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula, covering a land area of over 528,000 square kilometers, making it larger than many other nations. Despite its vastness, Yemen is home to 33 million people, most of whom live amidst rugged mountains and inhospitable deserts. The natural landscape of Yemen plays an important role in shaping the everyday life of its people, with agriculture, traditional crafts, and pastoral activities deeply embedded in their way of living. Arabic is the official language, and nearly 99% of the population is Muslim, with the culture deeply rooted in the values and customs passed down for centuries. Yemen's cultural depth is also evident in its music, poetry, and oral storytelling traditions, which have been passed down from generation to generation. Music and poetry are often used in celebrations, weddings, and community gatherings, providing a vital connection to Yemen's past. These elements reflect a pride in heritage that makes Yemen not just historically significant, but culturally vibrant. Yemen is sometimes called the birthplace of Arabian culture. The ancient stories of empires and queens are not just folklore. They are woven into the land and soul of this fascinating country. The islands and the architecture of Yemen. Hidden islands of Yemen. Yemen's landscape is more than its rugged mountains and vast deserts. Scattered across the Red Sea and Arabian Sea are hidden treasures, the islands of Hanish Kamaran and Socotra. These islands, often volcanic in origin, have been shaped by forces both under the earth and above it, with volcanic eruptions recorded as recently as 2007. These islands are unlike anything else in the world. They are a blend of untamed wilderness and serene beauty, perfect for the kind of travel documentary that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Socotra. The most famous of these islands is often referred to as the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, due to its unique biodiversity. The island is home to numerous species of plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth, including the iconic dragon's blood tree, which looks like it belongs to a different planet. Imagine lush, otherworldly landscapes where towering trees with umbrella-like canopies dominate the horizon. Visiting Socotra is like stepping into an alien world where every plant and rock seems to tell an ancient story. The architectural wonders of Sana'a. Imagine entering Sana'a, Yemen's capital, through Bab al-Yaman, the grand gate into an ancient walled city. Walking through this historic gate feels like stepping into another era. Narrow streets wind between towering mud brick buildings, each centuries-old facade telling stories of the past. Life here is a step back in time, a testament to how people once lived and still live today in connection to their past. The capital city Sana'a is known for its unique architecture, with towering skyscrapers made entirely of mud. These mud skyscrapers, some rising up to 30 meters high, line the streets like ancient guardians. This type of construction has stood for centuries long before skyscrapers appeared in Chicago or New York. The buildings are engineering marvels, providing natural climate control. Mud walls absorb heat during the day and release it at night, making them perfect for Yemen's hot days and cool nights. The craftsmanship that goes into building and maintaining these structures is handed down through generations, ensuring that the skills and traditions of their ancestors live on. Another notable place is Shibam, famously known as the Manhattan of the desert. With its high-rise mud brick buildings, Shibam has an incredibly unique vertical design initially constructed to protect residents from attacks. Imagine standing in the desert surrounded by miles of sand dunes and suddenly encountering a city of mud skyscrapers rising into the sky, a sight both surreal and magnificent. Shibam's tightly packed towers are built within a fortified wall, creating a sense of community and security. These structures were designed not just for defense, but also to use limited space efficiently, serving as a reminder of human ingenuity in the face of natural and man-made challenges. If you had the chance, would you stay in one of these ancient mud skyscrapers and experience life as it was hundreds of years ago? Weddings and women's traditions in Yemen. Yemeni weddings, a grand affair. Weddings in Yemen are grand multi-day celebrations. They are not just about the union of two people. They are about the coming together of families and communities steeped in tradition and symbolism. One of the fascinating aspects is the separation of the bride and groom before the wedding. Unlike Western customs where couples often plan and prepare together, Yemeni culture believes in anticipation and mystique. The groom is not allowed to see the bride until the actual wedding day, making their first meeting a powerful and emotional moment. The celebrations are divided by gender, with men and women holding separate parties. For men, the events are vibrant, featuring traditional music, singing, dancing, and even a traditional sword dance called Arda. On the other hand, the women's side is equally lively, but private women dressed in bright, colorful garments dance and celebrate without the gaze of men, allowing them a sense of freedom and joy. Women sing traditional songs, and the atmosphere is filled with laughter and excitement. Henna plays a significant role in these celebrations, with intricate designs being applied to the bride's hands and feet, symbolizing beauty and good fortune. A Yemeni wedding is not a one-day event. It can last up to 7 days, with each day dedicated to different rituals and gatherings, including family dinners, pre-wedding celebrations, and preparation ceremonies. These elaborate events allow families to come together, solidify relationships, and create lasting memories. Imagine the excitement that builds over days, with each moment bringing the bride and groom closer to the most important day of their lives. The beauty of Yemeni women. Yemeni women are known for their deep-set expressive eyes, often accentuated with traditional kohl eyeliner. Modesty is valued deeply, and many Yemeni women wear veils or niqabs that cover their faces, leaving only their mesmerizing eyes visible. These eyes speak of stories of heritage and of a culture rich in traditions. Have you ever heard the saying, "The eyes are the windows to the soul"? In Yemen, this saying takes on a whole new level of meaning. Women in Yemen take great pride in their beauty rituals, using natural ingredients like honey henna and oils to maintain their smooth skin and long black hair. This commitment to self-care reflects their cultural values, a combination of modesty and an appreciation for elegance. The traditional dance Albara. In the rugged mountains of Yemen, the ancient tradition of Albara continues to thrive. Albara is more than just a dance. It is a celebration of courage, strength, and pride performed exclusively by men. Imagine a circle of men, each holding a jambiya, a curved dagger dancing with sharp, deliberate movements as the rhythm builds around them. The atmosphere is electric, the drum beats rising in tempo, and each step they take speaks of a warrior's discipline and a community's unity. The dance is often performed during weddings, festivals, and major community events, symbolizing solidarity among men and their readiness to defend their land and people. Each movement in Albara is deliberate, representing bravery, honor, and respect. The dancers move in unison, creating an incredible spectacle of energy and synchronization that reflects both individual skill and collective harmony. The attire worn during Albara is traditional, with men dressed in long white robes, thobes, and wearing the jambiya, which is a symbol of Yemeni masculinity. The curved dagger, often beautifully adorned, is more than just a weapon. It is a symbol of a man's honor and responsibility within the community. Witnessing an Albara performance is an emotional experience as the raw energy and pride of the dancers evoke a sense of connection to Yemen's warrior heritage. Does the idea of witnessing an ancient dance in the mountains of Yemen intrigue you? The rich history and deep traditions of Albara make it a must-see part of any travel documentary. Yemeni cuisine, a taste of tradition. Spices, flavors, and heritage. The cuisine of Yemen is a delightful surprise. Distinct from the broader Middle Eastern culinary traditions, Yemeni food is influenced by its Arabian neighbors, East Africa, and South Asia. Special spices give Yemeni dishes their distinctive flavor. Have you heard of sahawik? This traditional Yemeni chili tomato sauce is found alongside almost every meal. The heat is intense, but balanced a flavor that cannot be replicated outside Yemen, where a specific variety of red chili grows. A famous Yemeni dish is mandi, originating from the southern city of Hadramaut. Mandi consists of basmati rice, slow-cooked meat, and a blend of spices. Another beloved dish is salta, which is often considered the national dish of Yemen. Salta is a hearty stew made with fenugreek meat and vegetables, served bubbling in a stone bowl. Its spicy and savory flavors reflect the essence of Yemeni cooking, bold, flavorful, and comforting. Salta is traditionally eaten with malawa, a type of flatbread used to scoop up the stew, making it a communal dish that brings families and friends together. Yemeni bread such as khobz and mulawa also plays a central role in daily meals. The bread is often baked in traditional clay ovens, giving it a distinctive smoky flavor. Meals are not just about sustenance. They are social occasions where family bonds are strengthened and stories are shared. Gender roles and social norms in Yemen. Yemeni society is deeply influenced by traditional gender roles. Social gatherings often separate men and women. During family events such as weddings and community festivals, men and women celebrate in entirely different spaces. Women celebrate behind closed doors in intimate gatherings, filled with dancing, singing, and moments of pure joy free from societal expectations. The practice of a mahram, a male guardian accompanying women, is a deeply rooted cultural tradition. This role is not viewed as restrictive, but rather as a form of protection in a society where family bonds are cherished. It's a unique way of life, one that has evolved in response to historical and social contexts. Women in Yemen take pride in their role within the family, and the concept of mahram is seen as a safeguard to ensure their well-being in a world that can sometimes be unpredictable. Shibam and the Marvel of Hadramaut. Shibam, also called the Manhattan of the Desert, is a testament to the ingenuity of Yemeni architecture. Mud brick towers rise 30 meters high, blending practicality with breathtaking beauty. Constructed vertically to protect against seasonal floods and rival attacks, the buildings of Shibam maximize the limited space available within the city walls. These high-rise structures, known as the Towers of the Moon, are perfectly adapted to the harsh climate of the desert, providing insulation against both scorching days and frigid nights. Shibam is located in the Hadramaut region, one of Yemen's most culturally rich areas. The city's unique architecture isn't just about defense. It reflects the ingenuity of its people in creating a thriving community in the midst of an unforgiving desert. The tightly packed mud towers of Shibam are built with bricks made from earth and straw, then sun-dried, making them remarkably sustainable. The city's layout, with narrow alleys between tall buildings, provides shade and keeps temperatures cooler during the hot summer months. Yemen's landscape is equally stunning. The Hadramaut region, with its seemingly endless deserts, is where ancient traditions stand still in time. Imagine traveling through an arid, silent expanse, only to find a towering city of clay rising from the earth, an image that would make any travel documentary captivating. Beyond Shibam, the Hadramaut region is dotted with historic villages and stunning landscapes with rolling sand dunes, lush oases, and dramatic rock formations. This combination of natural beauty and human ingenuity makes Hadramaut an incredible place to explore. What do you think of a city built from clay, designed for defense and community living? Does Shibam sound like a place you would love to visit? Yemen's untapped wealth and tourism potential. Yemen, much like its neighbors, holds vast reserves of oil beneath its sands. On the surface, Yemen should be swimming in wealth like Saudi Arabia or Oman. However, due to political instability and a lack of proper infrastructure, Yemen has not been able to fully exploit this potential. Imagine the transformation if Yemen could invest in its oil reserves, build its economy, and develop its tourism industry. Yemen's untapped natural wealth doesn't stop at oil. Its mineral resources, fertile land in some areas, and beautiful coastlines are all assets that, with proper investment, could significantly boost the country's prosperity. Alongside oil, agriculture has traditionally been a cornerstone of Yemen's economy, with coffee khat and various spices being key exports. Yemen was once famous for its coffee, specifically the Arabica beans grown in the Haraz Mountains. Imagine the potential if Yemen's agricultural sector could be revitalized to once again produce coffee that is globally celebrated. Tourism is another area of immense potential. Yemen boasts stunning, pristine beaches along the Arabian and Red Seas that could easily become prime travel destinations. Imagine stretches of white, sandy beaches with crystal clear waters, the kind of place that makes you feel like you're at the edge of the world, untouched and perfect. If Yemen could stabilize these beaches, could become major attractions featured in travel documentaries around the world. The Socotra Archipelago, with its unique biodiversity, is another remarkable potential tourist attraction. Visitors from all over the world could come to marvel at the dragon's blood trees, enjoy the untouched beaches, and immerse themselves in a truly unique ecosystem. With its ancient cities, breathtaking landscapes, and rich cultural heritage, Yemen has everything needed to become a premier travel destination, provided the infrastructure and stability are in place to support it. The reality of everyday life in Yemen. Urban and rural life. Life in Yemen is not easy. Public services are strained. The economy is fragile, and many citizens struggle to meet basic needs. In cities like Sana'a, daily routines involve navigating narrow, crowded streets where businesses are conducted out of makeshift shops. Despite the hardships, there is resilience. Markets are alive with activity, and people continue to push forward with quiet determination. In Sana'a, you might find bustling souks selling everything from spices to textiles, a testament to the enduring spirit of Yemeni entrepreneurship. These markets are the heartbeat of the city, where the aroma of spices fills the air, and vendors call out to passers-by to inspect their goods. It's a place where the old meets the new, with traditional craftspeople plying their trade alongside more modern offerings. Despite economic challenges, the people of Sana'a exhibit an indomitable spirit, driven by community bonds and cultural pride. In rural areas, life is simpler, but not without its challenges. Transportation is limited, and people often rely on hitchhiking or outdated vehicles for travel. Women play significant roles in rural communities, tending livestock and supporting their families. But they often face traditional gender expectations that limit their visibility in public life. The countryside of Yemen is dotted with terraced farms where families grow crops like wheat, barley, and khat. The mountainous terrain requires hard work, but the strong sense of community makes rural life rich in its own way. Despite economic hardship, Yemenis maintain a strong sense of hospitality. They are quick to welcome visitors, often sharing their limited resources with warmth and generosity, an enduring aspect of Yemeni culture that shines through even in times of difficulty. Hospitality is deeply embedded in Yemeni culture, and it is common for travelers to be invited into homes to share a meal. In Yemen, sharing food is more than nourishment. It is a symbol of friendship, trust, and connection. A future of hope. Yemen is a country rich in culture, natural beauty, and history. Its ancient architecture, stunning islands, and rugged mountains have the potential to captivate the world. Despite the current challenges, there is hope. Hope that Yemen will one day become a thriving travel destination, where its culture, landscapes, and people will be celebrated globally. Imagine a future where the mud skyscrapers of Shibam are restored to their former glory, where the pristine beaches of Socotra are filled with travelers enjoying their untouched beauty, and where Yemeni families once again live in prosperity, unburdened by conflict. This dream is shared by many Yemenis who, despite the hardships, look forward to a day when their country can be seen for the beauty it possesses. If you've enjoyed today's journey, please hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more travel documentaries that unveil the hidden gems of the world. We hope to see you again soon as we continue exploring this beautiful and diverse planet, one destination at a time. Yemen is often associated with conflict, but few people realize how unusual and historically rich this country really is. First, Yemen was once known to the Romans as Arabia Felix, meaning Happy Arabia, because parts of the land were fertile and wealthy from trade. Second, the old city of Sana'a is one of the most unique urban landscapes in the world, with tall decorated houses, narrow lanes, and architecture that feels completely different from modern Arab cities. Many buildings look like they were carved from history itself. Third, Yemen's island of Socotra has plants and trees found nowhere else on Earth, including the famous dragon's blood tree. Because of this rare nature, Socotra feels less like a normal island and more like a separate world. Yemen is not only a place of hardship, it is a land of hidden history, strange beauty, and stories many people have never heard.